Good morning, students. Today we are going to start our third chapter of unit first, human reproduction. Previous chapter means sexual reproduction in the flowering plants we already completed. Now we will study here the chapter human reproduction. As you all know that the human beings are the organisms that have that are the unisexual organisms in which the gametes formation takes place, and the fusion of the gametes led to the formation of the new organism. Okay, now first of all let me clear you what we are going to study in this chapter. Firstly we will do the gametogenesis, means the gamete formation. Understood? After that means the male gamete and the female gamete formation. Second thing we will study in this chapter is the insemination. Insemination means ejecting of the male gamete into the female body. It is called insemination. And the third one, fertilization, we will study, means fertilization of the male and the female gamete, fusion of the male and the female gamete. Then next one, blastocyst formation, means here the blastocyst formation we will study. Then after that, then blastocysts will be implanted into the uterus of the female. It is called implantation. After that, the development of that embryo that is being implanted in, we will study in embryo development. And finally parturition, as the baby is released out from the mother body. So all these things we are going to study in this chapter. Understood? Now firstly we will start with the male reproductive system. Now let me clear you with this diagram. See this diagram carefully. It is our male reproductive system diagram. Understood? We know in the male reproductive system the main organ, okay, the main organ that is being found in the male reproductive system is called the testes. The three organs are being related to the male reproductive system. The first one is the testes. Clear? The first one is the testes. Second one is the duct that carries the material formed in the testes, that is called accessory duct. And the third one is the glands that used in the formation. Understood? Now means in male reproductive system we will study three things: testes, accessory duct and the accessory glands. Okay, now let me clear you the place where all these three are present. Firstly we will study here the testes. Now testes is the pouch like structure. It is the oval shaped structure that is present in the outside the abdominal cavity of the man, human beings. Understood? Means it is present outside the abdominal cavity of the human beings, and it is being placed in a pouch like structure. You can say the bag like structure. This bag is called scrotum. Scrotum, it is present in this pouch outside the body so that it can maintain the temperature lower than the body temperature, because if the body temperature is very high and it is not suitable for the sperms that are being formed in the testes. Male gametes are called the sperms that are formed in the testes, and if they are present in the body, then due to the high temperature there can be the changes, mutation can occur. Yeah, to save the sperms from the high temperature of the body, the sperms the testes are present outside the body in the pouch that is called scrotum. Got it? Now after this the most important thing, the ovary is oval in shape. Got it? And it is about 4 to 5 centimeter in length. Okay, its length is 4 to 5 centimeter and it is 2 to 3 centimeter in the width. Got it? Now the testes is being divided into the small chambers. You can see here the small chambers are there like this. Okay, the testes are being divided into the small chambers, and these chambers are called testicular lobules. Testicular lobules, there are approx 250 chambers in the testes that are called testicular lobules. Now these testicular lobules have the cells. Let me clear you with the diagram. These testicular lobules is having the cells that is being used in the formation. For example, I am drawing this one testicular lobule. Clear? In this one testicular lobules, these are it is the structure of the testes, and these are the testicular lobules. Clear? Now these testicular lobules is having the two types of the cell. Inside it is having the two types of the cell. The first one, these are the circular cells. Clear? This is called the spermatogonia. Understood? And this one, the line I drawn here, it is called the Sertoli cells. Spermatogonia undergo the meiotic division. Understood? You know the gametes used to do the meiotic division, means meiosis occurs. It will do the meiotic division and it will form sperms. Got it? The next one is the Sertoli cells. Sertoli cells are the cells that will provide the nutrition to these types of the developing sperms. Clear? Now after this there is the space left behind here. Clear? These are the testicular lobules and this is the space that is left, and these left space is called testicular space, where the interstitial space where the interstitial cells are being formed, that are also called the Leydig cells. These are the very important cells because they used to secrete the hormone that is called the testicular hormone, which is used for the formation of the sperms. Clear? Now after this, the next thing we will discuss here is the duct. Clear? Accessory duct that used in the formation of, that used to transport the sperms from one place to another, that are formed in the testes. Okay. Now this is all about testes. We'll study next is the accessory ducts. Accessory ducts are the ducts that used to carry the sperm from one place to another. These are called the accessory ducts. Now we have the four main accessory duct, that is rete testis, vas efferentia, epididymis and vas deferens. Let me clear you where they are present in the diagram. See, it is our testes. Clear? And in the testes the small ducts are been arising from the each testicular lobule. From the each testicular lobule this duct is being arises, that is called the rete testis. Got it? Now this rete testis will join the duct that is called vas efferentia, which carry the sperm to the epididymis. Now rete testis is being joined to the vas efferentia. Clear? Now after this, vas efferentia will carry the sperms to the pouch. Clear? That is called epididymis. Epididymis, it is the place where the sperms are temporarily being stored for some time. Clear? After this, from the epididymis the sperms are carried to the duct that is called vas deferentia. Now vas deferentia is a very important duct because it is joining the testes to the body. Clear? Because testes are present outside the body, so it is joining the testes to the human body, means it will enter into the abdominal cavity. Clear? Now after this it will enter to the abdominal cavity and here abdominal cavity and carry the sperms into the passage where it is being ejaculated. Okay, now after this we have the next thing, the accessory glands. Accessory glands are the glands that are used for the formation of the semen, so that it can be easily transport the sperms outside the body. Now we have the three accessory glands. The first one is the seminal vesicle, second is prostate gland, and the third one is bulbourethral gland. Let me clear you the position. This one is the semen gland. Clear? This one is our prostate gland, and this one is the bulbourethral gland. Now what is the seminal vesicle? Let me clear you the function of each one. First one is the seminal vesicle. Seminal vesicle is the gland that is secreting the seminal plasma, means plasma is the liquid that in which the other things are been rotating, that is being secreted by the seminal vesicle, seminal plasma, which is having very high quantity of fructose, enzymes and all these things. Okay, the next one is the bulbourethral gland. It will secrete the lubricant so that the sperms can easily pass out from there. Okay, this is all about the human male reproductive system. Next we will study in the other class.